Hello and welcome to another video of Appelboom.com. We're here today in the north of Italy in Bassano del Grappa, the center of the Montegrappa factory. We will have a look at the largest stock of celluloid used for writing instruments and have a tour by the CEO of Montegrappa, Giuseppe Aquila. Let's have a look inside. Come on.
Celluloid is a fantastic material that has been used for fountain pens since the 1930s, at least for Montegrappa. It's cellulose nitrate, that's the correct word for it. Still belongs to the family of plastic, but it has some organic origins. So in fact, it originates from cotton fiber. So celluloid is made by grinding the fiber, mixing it along with the natural color pigments. This all is turned into a paste mixed together. The brilliance that you find, which is typical of celluloid, is given by the addition of mother of pearl, which actually is finely ground, and all mixed together and kept together by camphor as an ingredient that holds everything together. And this is what gives the typical, smell of celluloid, which we will experience later on in our store. So this is the cold part of celluloid.
The cold part?
What we call, because this is always air conditioned even in winter. So we need to maintain a steady temperature throughout the year. So these are rods that are probably 30 years old. Some of them might be 20, 25. And as I mentioned before, if we have to make a pen today, we cannot just use the rod and in the CNC machine. No, we need to actually cut celluloid in small bits, which we call sbozzi, and we have to drill them. Yeah. So this will help the humidity to be expelled from the material. So these are what we call sbozzi. Can you see? So these are small bits which are also drilled inside. So this one will go into the oven for the curing process. Okay, be careful. This room is protected by anti-fire system making use of gas. It's beautiful material, but it has two downsides. One of them is it's highly inflammable and it's highly explosive as well. So in the Montegrappa history, the company burned down twice due to celluloid. So in fact, Montegrappa used celluloid from 1930s till mid-40s. Then in 46 there was a huge fire which destroyed half the factory due to the celluloid, and so it was decided then that celluloid production would be stopped. So much later, with the introduction of the Dragon limited edition in 1995, we reintroduced celluloid again into the fold of Montegrappa, and we've been using it extensively since then. The cost of the material has always been very high from the origin. I remember maybe the last celluloid that we made, and this was probably more than 20 years ago, the cost of the raw material was close to 200 euro per kilo.
Oh, wow.
And you have to consider that when you make a pen, 80% of the material just goes, so you just use 20% of it. So the material itself is expensive, and the curing process is expensive, and then of course the turning part. But that. So here we have the ovens. As you can see, it's even hotter. So this is all turtle brown celluloid, the famous botsy we were talking about. See, drilled on one side, closed on the other side for this particular component. The date you see here is the date the material was stored in the oven. So this is August 2019. July 19, December 22. So this is the color, the code, the date. You see right now the oven is at 50 degrees. This is when it's summer, it goes really high. In winter it's always 41, 42. In the summer with the heat, which is also outside. These are all for blind caps. In order to maximize the use of the material, we need to take into consideration how much the material will shrink during this. Yeah. So we make them a bit longer because we know that they will shrink, become smaller in the size. So we don't want to waste material, which is very expensive or rare. And so we cut them exact, precise length, right? So after they cure, they will shrink a little bit, and then we can turn them in the CNC machine. So this we already know from this part how many caps or barrels or what pen we're going to make, or blind caps. The rods, we have not decided yet.
Yeah, you can do anything with it.
Yes. This is the Mediterranean blue, lapis. Some colors are basically finished. If you can see some of them, that's all. So we have like 24 different colors, but I would say maybe 5 or 6 are already finishing.
Yeah.
Yes, I think we're very close to their last chance of getting, of owning a celluloid pen, because the material is becoming rarer and rarer. We cannot predict how long our material is going to last, but it's basically ending very soon. So it's now or never.
Now or never.
Yes.